Let's continue with the fifth one now. See here, two lines passing through the point 2, 3 intersects each other at an angle of 60 degree. If the slope of one line is 2, find the equation of the other line. Now, first thing is we can calculate the slope of the other line with the help of the angle, correct? So let's do the fifth one now. First formula, angle, okay, tan theta is equal to mod of m1 minus m2 divided by 1 plus m1 m2, correct? Now here tan 60 is equal to mod of m1 minus m2. So let's call this as m1 minus second one slope is 2. See, it's here, it's given to be 2. So m1 minus 2 divided by 1 plus 2m1. Tan 60 is root 3. So we have root 3 is equal to m1 minus 2 divided by 1 plus 2m1. Cross multiply. You'll get root 3 plus 2 root 3 m1 is equal to m1 minus 2. Correct? Take the m1s on one side and take the other one on the other side. Fair enough? Now here, the first thing what we have, 2 root 3 m1 minus m1. 2 root 3 m1 minus m1 is equal to minus 2 minus root 3. Correct? So in this case, m1 into 2 root 3 minus 1 minus of 2 plus root 3. So m1 becomes minus of 2 plus root 3 divided by 2 root 3 minus 1. Now the next thing what you guys have to do is rationalize the denominator. That is a very important step here. Okay. Now when we rationalize, what do? We multiply and divide by 2 root 3 plus 1. 2 root 3 plus 1. Correct? So m1 becomes minus of 2 plus root 3 into 2 root 3 plus 1, isn't it? So we can say 2 into 2 root 3 is 4 root 3 plus 2 plus 2 into 3 is 6 plus root 3 divided by 2 root 3 whole square. 2 root 3 whole square is 12. 12 minus 1 is 11. We'll do 12 minus 1 for now. So m1 becomes minus of 4 root 3 plus root 3 is 5 root 3 plus 8 divided by 11. See, this is one possibility of getting the value. Okay, where m1 is going to be some negative value, and you know that this particular equation is passing through the point 2, 3. Fine. Now what we can do, we can use y is equal to mx plus c, or you can also use y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Because you know the point, you know the slope, you can calculate the value. Okay. Now there is one more way of solving the problem. Okay. See, another way is here, if you look at this, we have taken, there is a modulus sign, correct? When we remove the modulus sign, see, there is a modulus sign here, there is a modulus sign here, everywhere you see modulus sign. But when we remove the modulus sign, we actually have to take plus or minus. What we took here is just a positive case. This we have taken it to be positive, correct? We'll do the same thing with the negative case also. Fair enough. Let's continue doing this in the negative case now. What you're going to have when we do in negative is that root 3 is equal to minus of m1 minus 2 divided by 1 plus 2m1. Correct? Now cross multiply root 3 plus 2 root 3 m1 is equal to minus m1 plus 2. Take it to the other side. 2 root 3 m1 plus m1 is equal to 2 minus root 3. Correct? So m1 into 2 root 3 plus 1 is equal to 2 minus root 3. So m1 is equal to 2 minus root 3 over 2 root 3 plus 1. Now when you do this, again rationalize, get the value of m. So the m value is going to change from what you got in the previous case. In case 1, what you got was taking the positive case. Now we are taking the negative case, correct? So in this case, m1 becomes 2 minus root 3 by 2 root 3 plus 1. Again, take, multiply and divide by 2 root 3 minus 1. 2 root 3 minus 1. So here when you multiply, m1 is equal to 2 into this is 4 root 3 plus root 3. Next, this into this is minus 2 into 3 is 6, then minus 2. Divided by 12 minus 1. So m1 becomes 5 root 3 minus 8 divided by 11. Now, if you look at this, m1 is different in both the cases, correct? Now, we have to take both of these two and get the equation. Alright. Now, once we have the equation, that is, you have to use y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Fine. Now, I'm going to give you the answer for both of them now that you know what method to do and how to do it. Please go ahead and solve. I'm going to give you the answer after this one. I'm going to give you the answer now. Cross-check and verify whether you have got the answer or not. Alright. The two answers are going to be, see, we have two cases, correct? Two slopes. So the two answers, I will do one thing. The first case, I'll write. The first case, what you're going to get is root 3 minus 2 into x plus 2 root 3 plus 1 into y plus 1 minus 8 root 3 is equal to 0. First case. In the second case, you're going to have, so this one. In the second case, you're going to have 2 plus root 3 into x plus 2 root 3 minus 1 into y minus of 1 plus 8 root 3 is equal to 0. This is going to be the second case. Okay, so these two are the answers for the fifth question. Fair enough. Now let's do the sixth one. See the sixth one. Find the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular from the point minus 1 comma 3 to the line this minus this, correct? Now what they're asking you is, see, assume that this is the line. Okay, assume this line is given by 3x minus 4y minus 16 is equal to 0. This is the line. Find the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular from the point. So the point what we are looking at is somewhere over here. This point is minus 1 comma 3. From here, you are writing this particular line. This is the foot of the perpendicular. Say this is A, say this is B. What they're asking you is find the coordinates of point B. Okay, if you know the coordinates of point B, that's what they're asking you. Find the foot of the perpendicular. Okay, now let's solve this one. Now, first thing, what we know, AB and that line, these two are perpendicular to each other, correct? Since they're perpendicular, product of the slopes is what? Minus 1, isn't it? Now, what we'll do, say the coordinates of B, let it be P comma Q. Let's not take X and Y because X and Y we are already using for the line. Say it is P comma Q. Now, P comma Q will calculate the slope. Slope of AB, let's say M1 is equal to, so you have Q minus 3 divided by P plus 1. First slope. What is the slope of the line? Slope of the line is minus A by B, so which is 3 divided by 4. First part is done, correct? Now, the product of these two is what? Negative 1. So, we know that M1, M2 is equal to minus 1. That means Q minus 3 by P plus 1 into 3 by 4 is equal to minus 1. Now, guys, get a relation between P and Q. Now, what we'll do, we'll cross multiply because none of them cancels anyway. Now, what do you have? Here, you'll get q minus 3 divided by p plus 1 is equal to minus 4 by 3. Cross multiply, 3 into q minus 3 is equal to minus 4 into p plus 1. Make sense? So now what we do, 3q minus 9 is equal to minus 4p minus 4. Correct? This is what we have. If you transpose, now what do we get? See, transpose the 4. You'll get 3q minus 5 is equal to minus 4p. Correct? Or you can write p is equal to 3q minus 5 divided by minus 4. Now, P comma Q is a point on that particular line, isn't it? So, what line are we looking at? We are looking at this line, 3x minus 4y minus 16. So, we'll substitute this point over onto that particular line. Okay? Now, what is the line? 3x minus 4y minus 16 is equal to 0. So, in place of x and y, we have P comma Q. So, we have 3p minus 4q minus 16 is equal to 0. If you substitute now, see what you are going to get. 3 into 3q minus 5 divided by minus 4 minus 4q minus 16 is equal to 0. Now, it's a linear equation in single variable. You have to solve for q. Correct? Once you solve for q, you will get the value of q. Same way, you will get the value of p. Isn't it? So, the value of q is equal to minus 49 by 25. And same way, if you substitute, the value of p is going to become 68 divided by 25. So the foot of the perpendicular is this. So foot of the perpendicular was b. So b is 68 by 25, comma minus 49 by 25. This is the answer. Clear? Now let's solve the next question. See the seventh one. The perpendicular from the origin to the line y is equal to mx plus c meets at the point minus 1 comma 2. Find the values of m and c. Now, very first thing what we have is that, see, seventh one, from the origin, this is the origin, from origin, the line goes like this. The perpendicular from the origin, so this is 90 degree, meets at a point minus 1 comma 2. Okay, it's supposed to be in the in the second quadrant. I've written this in the first quadrant. Okay, it doesn't matter, minus 1 comma 2. It should be in the second quadrant, by the way. Find the values of m and c. So this is 0 comma 0. We need m and c in this one, isn't it? First thing what you know, minus 1 comma 2 is a point on the line, isn't it? So we have y is equal to mx plus c, right? Y is 2. 2 is equal to minus m plus c. Call this as equation number 1. We might have to use this one. Or you can just say that, c is equal to 2 plus m. You can take this one because, we might have to apply this somewhere. Okay, now that we have this, the next thing what do we have? We'll talk about the perpendicular distance. Okay, now perpendicular distance from origin to that particular line. Now what do we have? The distance d is equal to mod of, here what do you get? You're going to get ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by root of a square plus b square. Correct? Now distance d is nothing but the distance formula, isn't it? So what is the distance from origin to that point? Root of 1 square plus 2 square, which is basically root 5. Root 5 is equal to, see, x1, y1 is 0, 0, isn't it? So no point in taking that itself. Directly we can start with c. So you have c divided by root of 1 plus m square. Fine. Cross multiply, root 5 into root 1 plus m square is equal to c. What is c? 2 plus m. So root 5 into root of 1 plus m square is equal to 2 plus m. Now we need to square and simplify this one. If you square, you'll get 5 into 1 plus m square is equal to 2 plus m whole square. 5 plus 5m square is equal to 4 plus m square plus 4m. We need to simplify. So 4m square minus 4m plus 1 is equal to 0, which is nothing but 2m minus 1 whole square is equal to 0. That means what do we get now? 2m is equal to 1. So m is equal to half. So you got the value. So we got m is equal to half. Once we have m as half, we'll substitute and find the value of c. Correct? What is c? C is equal to 2 plus m. So c is equal to 2 plus half, which is 5 by 2. C is equal to 5 by 2. So we got m as half and c as 5 by 2. Clear? So we'll finish the 8th problem now. Charge draining. Last one. We'll quickly finish it off. See the 8th one? Equation of the line drawn perpendicular to this one pass where, see, the question you have to carefully understand. Perpendicular to this line through the point where it meets the y-axis. So equation of a line perpendicular to this line. First thing, we have to calculate the slope of this one. And also the equation of a line perpendicular to the line passes through the point where it meets the y-axis. Correct? So first we have, this is 4, this is 6. Correct? This point is 4 comma 0 and this point is 0 comma 6. The slope is going to become 6 divided by minus 6 divided by 4 or minus 3 by 2. So equation of a line perpendicular to this line, isn't it? So equation of a line perpendicular to this one through the point where it meets the y-axis. Fine. So in this case, the line is perpendicular to this one and also it passes through this point 0 comma 6. It's going to be something like this. This is 90 degree, isn't it? So slope of the perpendicular, so m2 is going to become 2 by 3 because minus 3 by 2 into 2 by 3 is minus 1. And the point where it passes through, so say point A is 0 comma 6. We'll use the slope point form. We have y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So we have y minus 6 is equal to 2 by 3 into x. Correct? So 3y minus 18 is equal to 2x. So what do you get now? 2x minus 3y plus 18 is equal to 0. This is the equation of the line. Clear? So we have solved around 8 problems. Just go through whenever you want to understand different types of problems. Alright?